Hi everybody, welcome back to the Sew Making Get Up channel. I'm Jane.
And I'm Ashley.
Yay, she's back! She's back!
I am. I'm back in body.
Not
much.
in sewing spirit. I feel like giving you a drum roll or something. Yay! It's been ages, hasn't it? Absolutely
It has been ages. Now the dog thinks we're calling her.
Yeah, the dog's got all excited.
Down.
Right, okay, so this week we have done some makes.
We have.
Oh no, you've
No,
also-
I actually haven't got a make on.
No.
I was a bit cold earlier. I did have a make on, then I was a bit cold and I put a jumper on. And so I've got a dog trying to get on my lap. And so yeah, I'm afraid I haven't got a make on. I have got a sort of make to show and
we'll
to
have a
talk
picture
about.
of it. Yeah, definitely have a picture of it. Right, so who wants to go first? My dog is slobbering.
I know. She. Right, Dad, what do you do? Mind your head. So what I have been doing is mostly doing stuff for other people because I'm just like that.
Selfless sewing.
Selfless sewing. I have, so my daughter's partner came down a week or so ago for the day, and she brought with her a pile of things that she needed my help in fixing.
Fantastic.
So it was quite nice because we then went through my box of fabric and I was saying to her, you know, what do you like? What sort of things do you want me to make? And she was like so excited about
fantastic.
it. So yeah, so it's really nice to have somebody that's more girly other than my daughter who is just like black jeans and a black t-shirt.
Like mine.
Yeah. So I ended up doing some fixing some tie-dye black and green flares jeans. So I had to take those up. They were about that much too long for her. So I took those up. I was quite pleased with those actually. I obviously took lots of care because I think they were quite expensive. There was a bit of a funny story about a skirt that she wanted me to put some lining in, and it turned out it was actually she bought it from one of the online stores, the Vintage Marketplace, and it was pitched as this vintage skirt, and it ended up being a St Michael underslip. So that went back.
I suppose it is vintage now, but yeah,
but
it's a
it's
skirt.
yeah. What we ended up making, and we'll put a picture in here because obviously I don't have it anymore because she's got it. Is I've got some of this it's actually lining sort of sateen, I guess. And she wanted me to make a bandana top out of it. So, you know, one of those tops that is you'll see in the picture. So I sort of just made, she thought I was amazing because I said to her, that's quite easy because I was thinking you just turn it over as a triangle. But I actually ended up making like some proper ties on the back for it. Did them a bit pointy-ish, and then I made a double-sided it, turned it inside out and pressed it and sort of sewed round. So it turned out well, bearing in mind I just made it up and I didn't measure any of it.
That's a shocker. You not measure anything? Surely not.
I just did it by eye. So
if you're not used to watching our videos with Ashley, she's like treats seam allowance as a guide, treats pattern instructions as a very loose guide to making anything, and just goes, yeah, I'll just wing it all the time.
And I wonder why it often doesn't work. And I'm surprised when it does. But it did, it turned out all right. So she's promised to send me a picture, but I do have a picture anyway, so we'll put it on.
It will go here in between us.
Yeah, just here. So that's really all I've been making. I've got some other ideas and plans, but I don't know if you want to show your makes and then we can come back to fabric.
Can do. So if you've watched my last video, I was talking about making this top from the March version of Burda, and it's the one on the front there, and I have made it.
It's so lovely.
Right, let me stand up. Now I will at some point put in pictures here because I've made it and then I altered it. So it's got the flounces, I want to call them frills, flounces. It's made out of Lady McElroy viscose challis. I think that's that's what it is. So it's nice and soft and sort of floaty. It's got elasticated sleeves, got a couple of darts in the back, and then it has got, I originally put on some mother of pearl buttons, but they didn't work. And I had, and you'll see from the picture when I put it in, I'd originally cut, I will actually sit down, now you've seen it. So you can see my face when I'm talking. I'm not sure if that's a bonus or not. So I'd originally, with the flounces, because they're cut like that, I'd only cut 4 because there's 2 on each side. So you could see the reverse, and the reverse of this fabric is quite light, like that. And when I stitched it on here, I was a bit like, yeah, I'm not sure if I can live with that. Now the pattern also says not to finish the flounce edges because they're cut on the bias. They all sort of, when you wash it, they all go a bit fluffy. Again, the control freak in me was like, I can't leave a finished edge, an unfinished edge. So on the original ones, I had overlocked all the edges as well. When I looked at it for a bit, I was like, no. So I ended up cutting 4 more flounces out, putting them wrong sides together and overlocking them. So this is double fabric. I didn't put them right sides together and sew them and turn them out because it's like this.
Yeah, and I think it would look funny if it was like that. It would bulk it out too much on the seam.
Exactly.
It looks really good.
Thank you. It would bulk it out, but also you'd spend your whole life doing the little clips so it didn't do that. Now the original buttons, so the pattern says to put they call them snaps, press studs, couldn't think of the proper word, on here, but what I did do is put buttonholes on instead, and I've got these covered buttons. Now I have got somewhere the place that I bought these from, ever so professional, just going off, sorry. I got these from eBay, and I was searching just navy buttons originally, and then it came up with covered buttons, and then they were in the right size. And I got these from, I will put the details, in case you can't see that, which you might not be able to, in the description below. Because basically they sent me 10 fabric covered buttons for $5.99, and then they sent me a packet for free. Now I never get anything for free.
Oh, they've written on there, one free.
One free. So I got 20 buttons, covered buttons, for £5.99, and that, I think they're absolutely perfect for this blouse because they don't detract from the flounces. So there you go.
Yeah, it's like, it is. I don't know if it shows properly on the camera. Yeah, I think it does show quite well actually, but it is really, really nice.
It will. I mean, I've got it not tucked in because my jeans are sort of more at hip length, but if you tucked it in, and I have got some trousers cut out, I just haven't sewn them, but if you had sort of normal waist high trousers, it kind of would cover these bits and just, you know, look much nicer.
The flounce over the top.
Flounce, yeah. So, but if you could follow the pattern, all the original, and you'll see it from the picture, all the original flounces were all at the top. It was very flouncy here, and I've done it more to match the magazine where it's going all down the front. So that's that one. I have got some trousers and a jacket cut out ready to sew in navy to make it kind of into a suit. I don't know when that will be happening. Right, and then I did, of course, have some left over. So what do you do with a little bit of leftover fabric? It's an Ogden Cami. This fabric is absolutely perfect for the Ogden Cami. Feels really nice.
Do you know what it feels like? I was saying to Jane earlier, it feels like I got some organic bamboo silk.
Yeah.
Organic bamboo silk from Ray Stitch, and it really feels like that. I really don't think you'd know the difference. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm definitely going to buy some because I've been looking at it for a long time. Have you said who it was by?
Sherwoods Fabrics. This is Sherwoods Fabrics Lady McElroy, and they do it in a really lovely burgundy colour as well, which again I keep looking at and thinking,
and green and black.
Yeah.
I keep looking at the green.
So I think I'm going to have to buy some of that. So
yeah,
I
think I need to buy that this evening.
Now, in fact, just amuse yourself.
Just hold on a moment.
She'll be on the iPad. Right, so that is that. And then my first instalment of my Burda subscription has come. Yay! So this is May's, and I've had a quick look through it. So if you're thinking of buying this magazine and haven't yet, and you want me to do a detailed flick through of what's in here, just let me know, because I will do that. They do have a pair of shorts that I'm kind of thinking, move my face out the way so you can see there, that I think I will probably make. They've got a couple of other things, because with Burda as well, obviously the styling's really good, so a lot of the time I look at the patterns and go, nah. And then when you look at the pictures afterwards with people actually wearing them, you kind of go, oh yeah, I need to make that. So there are a couple of things in here that I will be making, but I will show you those in the future videos.
Actually, yeah, I might actually just have a look through this as well when I'm ordering my fabric. If you just excuse me.
After the video. Right. And then I've got some fabric. Now, do you want me to show this fabric? Or do you want to show? Just take over.
I'll fight you for the fabric slot.
So I have mentioned this fabric, where I bought this from before, but I don't think I mentioned the correct company, so sorry about that. I think I called it one-to-one, it wasn't, it's 101. Again, I'll put the correct details in the description below. I got this via eBay. Ashley loves it when I do this.
I love koi carp fish.
Look, and they've got it in all sorts of different background colours. So the pyjamas that I made for my son, it was koi carp, but it was sort of an outline in blue koi carp fabric. This is in a cotton jersey. The fabric, it's the same type of fabric that I use for my son's pyjamas. It's washed really well, it's made up really well, you know, it is actually really nice fabric. It's about £17 a metre. As I said before, it comes from India. So it takes about 3 weeks, free P&P.
Oh, okay.
It takes about 3 weeks to arrive, and you can choose the finish. So cotton jersey, but you can have it in cotton. I can't think of any of the fabrics, but you can have a whole long, you know, you just basically pick your print and then pick the fabric you want it printed on, and then you wait for it to arrive.
Can you imagine making a dress out of that?
Actually, that would be stunning, wouldn't it? Because my daughter chose it, obviously, because I've gone past the stage of just making her stuff and making her wear it. I now let her decide what she wants. And because it's going to be pyjamas, you're going to see a few of the fish, but you're right, you need kind of like a nice long dress to see the full effect of the fabrics.
I have a dress that's got, I don't know if you remember it, I wore it I think last time we went out, or last time I could squeeze into it, and it's got koi carp on it. But it's like a sort of a chiffon-y type fabric, and it's blue with orangey koi carp. But you don't see them properly because it's got like it's a strange dress, it's got like a panel on the front. But I think that would make such a statement if you dare wear it. A bit like your octopus dress that I used to wear.
Spoonflower, yes, don't wear that
That I don't think you've ever worn again.
Anyway, right, so that's me. Yes. I'm not used to doing a video
She's
with
thinking
someone
about the
there.
dress that she's worn and never. I'm not used to doing a video with someone there.
I'm not.
Just anyone off the street. That's me.
I'm not used to it. Because even though we've been doing them via Zoom or whatever, you're still here by yourself. And I got so used to doing them with you, and then I've been so used to doing them without you. It feels a bit weird going, over to you.
Rude. I was looking on the actually I was looking on first of all on Lamazi fabrics, because I know that you've used Lamazi fabrics. So I was looking on there first of all because you'd said, and they've got some amazing fabrics on there, but they're quite patterny, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
So, and then I was looking at linen, and they had some lovely linen. So I at one point I had fabrics in my bag on Lamazi Fabrics. I had fabric in my bag in my basket for Sherwoods, and fabric from Minerva. So I was sat in bed one night, and I just was like kept going from one to another and couldn't make my mind up. In the end, I just gave up, didn't bother with any of them. And then I started just Googling fabrics, ended up at Merchant and Mills, who I have never bought anything from before. I've got their patterns, and I ended up getting into my head that I wanted to make an orange linen dress. But I actually couldn't find any orange anywhere. And then I came across, this is actually called Mr. Citrus. So there you go, a Jane special there, although she's probably forgotten that I know that because I've not been here.
Now I have to say, when you first showed me that, it is coming up a bit brighter on the screen.
I sent Jane a picture and said, yeah, look, I think it'd be fine. I said, too bright.
Suits you. And I went, well, it's fine, I'll wear sunglasses and you
you
might look
said
like a banana.
Yeah, you said I would look like a banana. And
but actually, so it is a little bit brighter on the screen,
yeah, I
but
think it will be nice.
It's a couple of shades.
It's like a mustard.
Yeah, it is more like a mustard colour, but it really suits you. And I have to say, it looks much nicer in real life than I thought it did when she sent me the picture.
I'm really pleased with it.
Yes.
And I think that I'm always a bit of a greys, blacks, blues sort of colour person, and I just thought I think the thing is, because my hair is changing colour, it's changing what I actually wear, because I tend to, if I wear grey with grey hair, it's all a bit boring, so I think I can probably go for louder colours I wouldn't have gone for before. So anyway, I bought that, and I am going to make the Bondi dress from Tessuti Fabrics, which is here. So there is a bit of a story about the Bondi dress. So the reason I like this pattern is because I like the look of the young girl on the front, and thought, well, if I make a dress like that, will I look like that?
No, it does work. Look, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
so it does.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to look like, an Aussie Bondi
Yeah.
goddess.
Yeah.
So I did have a go at making this in the past, and Jane and I, without boring you all about it, Jane and I have had a discussion about this evening, because I was saying to her, yeah, their patterns, they come up really big, it's like massive on me, I've had to take that much off each side, and then it was just a bit of the arms were all just a nightmare. And I've said before on videos, I really don't like doing what's it called?
Binding. Bias binding.
I don't like doing it. It always ends up sticking out funny angles, however much I take care on it. And I'm not even going to show this properly because it's really bad.
I think you should.
So I haven't worn
I've
this
missed
out.
taking the mickey out of you.
So I haven't worn it out, but I sort of like the idea of it. Anyway, what we found out, because as I've said before, my standard is 1 centimetre seam allowance. That's just, it should be the law as far as I'm concerned, and all patterns should just be mandated to have a 1 centimetre seam allowance. This one has got a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance.
Standard seam allowance.
I'd cut the pattern out for a size 14 when I should have done a size 12.
Didn't check her measurements.
Never check my measurements. Don't want to know. And what else had I done? Oh, and then the front had a seam.
Running down, making me laugh.
And the front had a seam as per the picture.
Which is why she bought it, because she really likes it. Oh, don't worry, I will put a detailed picture in here so they can see it properly.
But I don't know why I didn't do that down the front. I obviously just decided I'd ignore it.
You might have just rushed it.
I doubt that. I don't do things like that.
True.
So that's gone wrong as well. So basically I've got a dress that has been cut out as a size 14, and because of everything I've done with it, I've probably ended up making a size 20 dress. So I'm going to try and salvage this and we've decided as well that I really don't like doing the bias binding edges, so I'm going to try and cut this off or something and then do a facing.
What have we learnt? I feel like I'm talking to a child. What have we learnt from this?
Read the instructions, mummy.
Yeah.
I
One
never
day.
read instructions. I get it from my dad. My dad doesn't read any instructions, and nor do I. Anyway,
I don't know why you.
What?
You could buy loads of like patterns from France, Russia, anywhere, and because and just like not bother doing the translations.
I could just buy clothes from shops, couldn't I? And then I wouldn't have to do any of it.
That wouldn't be as much fun. That's your plans. So it's been lovely to see everybody again, even you. It's been lovely to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by.
I can't even punch her because it will be on camera.
Do it later when they've gone. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. So out of practice, give us a thumbs up. And still half of our people that watch the video haven't subscribed.
No, please subscribe.
Why would you not subscribe to see more of this quality? Don't beg. To see more of this quality entertainment. And click the notification bell. I think YouTube, if you moved the notification bell, it used to be down there. I can't find it anymore. But
if you find the bell, let us know.
And obviously, we always have some lovely ladies that give us
yes.
lovely comments. So please feel free to give us some nice comments. Would be good. Any suggestions? Yeah, that would be lovely.
Or any makes that you've made.
Yeah.
Send them in to us.
Yeah. We can show those.
Any pattern messes up you've done like me.
Just to try and make you feel better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Most of us are humans and we do make mistakes. Some of
Most
us are
of us
robots.
read the instructions so we don't make mistakes.
Where's the fun in that?
So we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.